Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with a bunch of just DCTV news and stuff to talk about in regards to that. So over the past couple of days, we had the drop of the return trailer, or the return announcements trailer, I guess you would call it, for the fourth and I guess now final season of Titans after going on break back in, I think it was December, it might have been November, but I think it was December. So it's been one hell of a long mid-season break for them. Obviously, as I said, between that start of the break and now, and also before it comes back, it was announced that the show had been cancelled and was ending, whichever way you want to word it. It seems that both cancelled and ending fit for both Titans as well as Doom Patrol, saying that the actors didn't think they were the final season, so obviously they weren't planned to be. But yeah, we got that final trailer, which along with it came with a poster, which as you can see on screen right now, featured the return date of April 13th. And I think it's just streaming an episode per week. Nothing was suggested that they are dropping them all at once. And also that's not an HBO Max thing to do, regardless of whether the show has a future or not. So I think it's just streaming weekly. Now, there's been no announcement for Doom Patrol. I'm not actively watching Doom Patrol, so yeah, I'm not too sure what's there. I'm assuming that Doom Patrol will just drop after Titans is done because that's how the first half played out as well. But in that trailer for Titans Season 4, or the back end of Titans Season 4, we got some more looks at a fully evolved Brother Blood, which looks pretty cool, as well as a look at Connor Kent, aka Superboy, fully tapping into his Lex Luthor side of his DNA. But there was one major thing that seemed to catch people's eyes, and that was the reveal of the Tim Drake Robin suit, which a promotional shot of it was also released alongside the trailer, which gives us a better look, as you can see here. And my thoughts are, it looks almost like borderline movie quality. The only thing I don't really like is that it's a lot of like the spandex going straight up the middle. I think they should use some of that plastic material that's on like the chest, maybe like some like top of the like thigh guards or something like that, just to sort of split up the suit. But I think it's definitely the best Robin suit they've done. I don't know. The first one with Dick Grayson's pretty good, but this one looks just really cool and fresh and stuff like that. As I said, if this popped up in a movie, you wouldn't be too surprised. And I do like his eye mask, and I do like the cape a lot as well. So I don't know how many episodes we're going to be waiting when the show comes back before we get to see this. I don't know, I guess he was like sort of pretty close to getting to the point where they might suit up, where he might suit up as Robin. So maybe only like 1 or 2 episodes, but yeah, maybe it's like only in the hand, like maybe like the final 2 or 3 episodes where he gets it. I'm not too sure if that's been announced as to exactly when he gets it. But yeah, I think it's either this one or the first Robin suit, then a 1 on 2, and then like the Jason Todd one was never that high quality anyway, so I don't think it'd be anyone's favorite. The Jason Todd one was just like a lower quality version of the Dick Grayson one. So yeah. Now, one big question heading into this return of Titans for its final season is this, well announced previously Stargirl cross Titans, cross Doom Patrol crossover episode thing. Now, we are led to believe, from what we've been told and what's been suggested, that it's the first episode back. That's what's been said. So that would suggest, if not just straight up say, that on April 13th, Stargirl is returning to our screens in that episode, along with those Doom Patrol characters as well. Now, the big question around this, if that is the case and we are getting Stargirl back in that first episode, will this give a proper ending to the show? Because the issue with the show is that I don't think the series finale is a great series finale, but it has a really good ending. I do love the end scene that Stargirl has for season 3, but it's not the best series finale as a whole because it clearly wasn't wrapping up the show as a whole. So I do wonder whether the scene or scenes that show up in this episode of Titans with Courtney coming back as Stargirl do touch upon that and try to wrap up the show in any way, shape or form. Though it also hasn't been confirmed whether this is the Courtney from that show. It might be a Courtney from another Earth that's just very similar to the one from the show. So we're not too sure. We just know that the scenes take place at Blue Valley High. That's the one thing that we know. At least some of the scenes, if not all the scenes, take place at Blue Valley High. Now, I think at the point of them filming the stuff for this episode of Titans with Stargirl and also the Doom Patrol characters coming in, they knew that Stargirl most likely wasn't getting a season 4 because this did happen like in the back half of last year, and Stargirl had wrapped back in, I think, April for season 3. So it was months and months after, almost half a year after, that they did film these scenes for Titans with Stargirl. So they probably would have known at that point what was going on. So due to the fact that they might have actually known that, maybe that is actually written into all this stuff going on where they can sort of maybe not flat out end it and give a proper ending because they've still got to focus on the Titan side of the episode and why these characters are showing up. But maybe just touch upon it that, this is what people are doing, or maybe just say that like the JSA added this member or whatever. I'm not too sure exactly which way they're going to go, but they might touch upon it. Now, the thing is that it does seem to be a pretty small part in the episode, the Stargirl stuff. Maybe a couple of scenes at best, because the Doom Patrol characters, which I'm pretty sure are Cyborg and Negative Man, I think they're the two that were confirmed to be the ones showing up, They also apparently show up in the same episode, and you have to think it's split. And then also, I don't know if it's a complete Beast Boy focused episode or it's just Beast Boy. I don't know if there's like still some stuff with, you know, Dick and Corey and Raven and stuff like that, and Brother Blood. I don't know if that's mixed in throughout the episode, or if it is just straight up Beast Boy. If that's the case, then maybe there is just more than maybe there's like 2 or 3 scenes for each of the groups, like 2 or 3 scenes of Stargirl with Beast Boy, and then 2 or 3 scenes with the with Doom Patrol characters of Cyborg and Negative Man with Beast Boy. But if it is mixed in with, like, you know, going to whatever Dick's doing or whatever Raven's doing, then it might be more limited, and maybe it's just like a scene and a half each, something like that. So it will be interesting to see how it all plays out. I've been very much looking forward to this, especially since the announcement that Stargirl wasn't coming back and it had been cancelled after season 3 as well. So I'm just going to be happy to see Stargirl back on screen because, yeah, I wouldn't say I was too happy with the fact that the show ended, but I don't know. I'm interested to see what they do and, you know, what's said and if there is any sort of like minor wrapping up or something like that. But with Titans heading into its final episodes, it's going to be very interesting to see how they wrap up the show, because I don't think this was meant to be the final season, but obviously they might have done like a Stargirl situation where maybe they got like a hint as they were heading into their final few episodes and they wrote it as a series finale. You know, Titans as a show has been incredibly inconsistent. Like, I think season 1, consistency-wise, was probably the best season up until now. Season 4 has been pretty consistent from the get-go, so hopefully the back half finishes strong. So this could probably be the best season of Titans, which, you know, I guess it'd be, you know, not many shows get to have their final season be their best season. So hopefully Titans can do that. But from everything I saw in the trailer, it looks interesting. Brother Blood looks pretty cool, so I have faith that they can, you know, maybe not nail it, but finish off strong and at least leave with some sort of a good impression. Now, the next thing to talk about, the second last DCTV thing to talk about in this video, is a surprising thing with Gotham Knights. Now, apparently Gotham Knights on the CW, I've only watched the first episode. Episode 2's out now. It's been out for a few days. I still haven't watched it, but apparently Gotham Knights is among the most in-demand shows. Now, this is coming from The Wrap, who wrote, the CW's Gotham Knights had a strong premiere as it entered the breakout shows ranking with 16.9 times the average series demand, a whopping 146% increase since its first episode aired on March 14th, according to Parrot Analytics data, which takes into account consumer research, streaming, downloads, and social media, among other engagement. Now, this could be one of those things where I did see it. If you weren't there when Gotham Knights premiered, there was a lot of trolling. So there's people like sort of doing a lot of trolling. You know, people just have just have too much time if you want to put it, like, don't have really anything else to do. So there's a lot of trolling online, to the point where it was like almost stuff we'd see where, like, with almost like, you know, fake bot activity. It was really weird. Yeah, if you're on Twitter, you probably saw it, and it was like trending for days after the episode. It was really odd, and I was like, what the hell's going on here? And then I had a look, and it was like just people trolling. So I was like, okay, fair enough. That's the way you want to spend your time. So yeah, it's definitely not an accurate reading, though. It's Batman. It's a Batman-related property with Gotham and like characters that maybe haven't been seen in live action before at all, or maybe in a while. So there's still going to be some interest there, but I think this might be some, you know, pushed up data, if you want to put it, like, not necessarily organic, but yeah. And the last thing to go over in this video is some stuff with the Batman HBO Max spin-off show thing, The Penguin. I think it's just been called The Penguin or Penguin, one of the two. There's been a bunch of set photos. They're pretty much the same set photo, just with a different car and Penguin wearing a different costume. Like, real different like suit. It's pretty much the same thing over and over and over again. So nothing really set with the set photos is that interesting, outside of like confirming some castings, which, you know, there's some decent actors being folded into it, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, nothing like plot related is getting leaked too much for the most part. But there has been a rumor going around about Batman and Riddler showing up in this series. Now, I would assume it's going to be maybe just one episode somewhere towards the end, if not the finale of the show, to connect to the Batman 2 or the sequel for the Batman movie, because that movie starts filming at the end of this year. I think it's like November, December or something from what I've seen. And seeing that this series is set in between the first and the second film, it makes sense you would set up or tease the events of the sequel and sort of touch base with those characters before heading into it. Now, it will be interesting to see how long it takes for this Penguin show to come out after it's done filming, because do they want to release it just as soon as possible, or do they want to sort of time it close to whatever the release date for the Batman sequel would be, just sort of like to set it up? Maybe not like release it a month before, but like within like a 6-month window of the movie coming out, because Peacemaker, for example, didn't come out for almost a year after it finished filming. It finished filming really early 2021. I think it was like the first quarter of 2021, didn't air until January 2022. So it probably just depends on where it suits HBO Max, and as I said, even the release for the Batman 2, depending on when that's going to come out. So you might be waiting a bit longer for this and expecting, like, you'll probably get an announcement, oh, in like X amount of months they've finished filming, but there won't be any updates on when it's coming out and everything like that. So it probably depends on the Batman sequel and when that's coming out, but I don't know, maybe they'll just release it whenever they want, because, you know, the Batman 2 could finish filming and then that might be on hold for a year. You don't know how long post-production takes or when Warner Brothers wants to release stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the difficulty when you have these things, and like Marvel's faced it as well, like just holding stuff for ages and ages and ages because it has to wait till the right and correct time to release it so it fits into the timeline and stuff like that. But we got like Comic-Con in like 4 months. Yeah, about pretty much exactly 4 months roughly. So hopefully there's a much more information that comes out in regards to not only this side of DCTV, but also the DCTV that connects to whatever James Gunn is doing. And maybe even some stuff outside of that, though there wouldn't be too much of that based off how things have been said. And, you know, they want to keep it mostly connected for the most part, unless something is deserving of being disconnected and has the reach and potential to do good on its own. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens there, but we should get announcements in the next couple of months leading up to all of that. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions and all the stuff we went over in this video. Always curious to read what you guys are thinking. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.